Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online league. We're back once again with Karn Eldrazi ramp on the draw, on the play for game one. This hand really looks good if we find a soul land. We have 8 hits off the top. Malevolent Rumble also would be good, so that's looking towards 12. Yeah, we'll keep. Talisman would also be okay-ish, right? Wouldn't be the end of the world. Question is whether or not I want to Wooded Foothills for a forest, as we don't know what we're up against just yet. It's probably a safer bet. Cast Utopia Sprawl for red, as we have the blue. So worst comes to worst, on 2 we can Null Drifter, right? Undercity Sewers, looking like Murktide at a glance. Ooh, it is not. That is an Archon of Cruelty. That scares me a bit. I will shock. Let's evoke a Null Drifter, draw 2. There's the Temple, that is a bit late. We'll pass. I mean, if they don't persist the Archon, I will Bajuka Bog. Ooh boy, that's gonna prove to be a problem. We'll pitch the Gemstone. Another Myco spawn. In that case, we'll play Temp. Unfortunately, no kick, a bit slow here today. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll play the Eldrazi Temple. That way I have access to 7 mana. We'll pass. We'll pitch the Sanctum of Ugin. I'm gonna take 8 here though. Yeah, I mean, if we don't get something on board... Actually, you just need to be able to kill the Archon. Not even a matter of getting something on board. We need a blocker. So this is Reanimator. Talisman Impulse isn't going to cut it. That's another 8 damage. Currently have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, you got it. Not much else can be done there. So, Reanimator. Lost for game 1. So, we'll be bringing in Soulish Jailer. And Dismember. Debating bringing in the Return as well. KGC feels a little bit rough here. Consign is interesting, but I'm not sure about KGC. Of course, we can go for Tormod's Crypt. We can dump the Gemstone and Ghost Quarter. Yeah, I might just drop the KGC. I mean, I guess a KGC into a Stone Brain isn't bad. Would we want the returns? I guess that's the real question. Do I want the returns or not? Because the returns can cleanly hit that, but do I want all 4? Probably not. I think 3 should be fine along with the Jailer. Yeah, let's run it like this. Just KGC here. Because if we land a KGC and then they persist an Archon, we're kind of left stranded. On the play for game 2. There's Soulish Jailer. Love a green source, but let's keep this. We can draw into a lot of good things here. And pass. Kozilek's Command. A forest. Talisman works as well. I guess the question is whether or not I go for the Talisman. Yeah, if we resolve the Talisman, we could kick a Myco spawn, but if they, by some means, right, go Polluted Delta, Fetch, Surveil Land into Archon Persist, we're just in a world of hurt. So I think we will attempt to resolve Jailer and pass. If we draw into a 7-mana value spell, that would be ideal, because then we can at least cast a Myco spawn. Sewers. Persist into Yard. Okay. Watery Grave Shock for Damning Sphere, that's fine. A-okay with that. Though I would have liked being able to play this Talisman into Myco spawn. No reason to imprint. We'll pass. And pass. Next we can play the Myco spawn at least. Tainted Indulgence, pitching, what? There's an Archon. So what we can do is play Sign Myco spawn 1, 2, 3, 4. We just go Bajuka Bog. Just to dot our I's, cross our T's here. Revealed, looking for a land. That's fine. Watery Grave, Shock. The 15 for... I'd love a land off the top here. Froge. Froge is fine. Draw. Stomping Grounds, that's actually pretty perfect. Shock. Oh, I forgot to get green. Kick. And we'll kick the sewers. I'll grab... Cavern Souls might not be a bad idea, just to dot our I's, cross our T's. They likely do have Consign at the ready. And pass. No attacks. We'll hold back. I will double block if needed. To combat, so you can pitch. And if we double block here, then you'll need to pitch 4, 5. Yeah, that's fine by me. And if you want to pitch 5 cards from your hand, by all means. Ashiok. Persist. Emperor Bones. Counterspell. Okay. And draw. Writhing Chrysalis is interesting to me, as that would let me ramp. So let's see here. The only problem is, like, Writhing Chrysalis will die. Let me see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I guess the alternative options, I just get rid of the dampening sphere. After the dampening sphere, do you have a consign? Dampening sphere is down. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're short 1 on bringing back the world break and playing it on the same turn, but that's fine. Again, I think I snap block here. The fewer cards that they draw, the better off we are. Pitch an Archon. Emperor Bones. We do need to deal with the Emperor because permanent cards might not be able to cast, but 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 1 short on bringing back the World Breaker, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Unfortunate. In that case, for green, so red, green. Might as well dump my hand then. And pass. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're solid on the World Breaker next turn. As long as I can continue to stall them until I find an answer, it's not exactly an issue. Combat, trigger, target, Archon, I imagine. Yep. That was expected. Adapt 2. Not much I can do about that, unfortunately. Archon trigger will sacrifice a jailer. I guess I can sacrifice a spawn. Yeah, sack a spawn. Trigger the Writhing Chris. Gains flying, that's fine. So we're forced to block the Psychic Frog. Yes. I'll sacrifice another Eldrazi spawn. Go to blocks. Down to 4. Sporific Springs and tapped. Alright. Well, Archon out. Draw. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Perfect. Our turn, comrade. Thoughtseize target self. EE doesn't cut it. Polluted Delta, though. So, I mean, we could just EE for 2 Clear Frog Emperor, I suppose. We could also Thoughtseize self, target EE, because right now that's what's keeping... That is what's threatening the Soulish Jailer. So, play Polluted Delta. Yeah, EE would get rid of Frog and Bones for me, but it'd also get rid of Jailer. And we could play Thoughtseize, EE, and the Counterspell. Let's fetch. Take a look at your deck. Bitter Triumph, Cling to Dust. So nothing really for the Emrakul here. You do have 3 Harbingers, which is good to know. Alright. I mean, we could Sewers and just set up your top deck. You definitely want to shove Frog into Emrakul. Yeah. Sewers, trigger. Frog. Don't really want you having another frog. So frog to yard. So we're going to... Let's see. I don't want to do this. I want to cast EE for 0, then counterspell it. Counter EE. And then Thoughtseize self. And then I will just go, let's see, I have 8, 1, 2, 3, give it flying. 1, 2, 3, give it flying. Go to combat. Exile the counterspell. And attack with the frog. Block with the Emrakul. And pass. And pass. So I just need 2 attacks here. I'll take the World Break so we can't recast it. That'd be the smart move here. Really? Okay. Weird choice, but I'm fine with it. So 1, 2, 3. Sacrifice the Ugin Lab. Someone forgot about World Breaker's activated ability. Cast. Get rid of the Watery Grave. This should let me attack in. Opponent scoops it up. We'll take the win. Alright, so Soulish Jailer definitely seems right. I'm wondering if maybe we do want another set of returns. You do want Gemstone back in, though. At the very least. I feel like World Breaker's not doing a lot here, right? Then again, Sire isn't... Well, Sire is and isn't, right? Sire is as long as I have something to sacrifice to the Archon. So maybe we do pitch the World Break. And run it back. We did make some changes to the deck. If you haven't already noticed, we have 1 Ugin in, and we're up 1 Sire. Data showing Sire's doing very well. Then just kind of Ugin is testing over a copy of Emrakul just to see how it's going. I do want to get some data on Ugin. I'm not fully committed to just using Ugin, but could be interesting. Speaking of interesting, oh, and if we draw into a land, this hand is fantastic. And we have how many untapped lands here? We have 22, 21, 19, 19 hits right now. We have 2 draws. But we only, like, if we miss our first land drop, it's not the end of the world. I kind of want to keep it, but I should probably mulligan. I'll mulligan. I will keep this one. And I think I drop the Emrakul. And done. And pass. And draw. A Sanctum is nice. Ugin Lab. Imprint Ugin. Going to cast Jailer and pass. Early Jailer strong in this matchup. And pass. We'll go Sanctum, Talisman, Talisman, unless we have a green source, in which case we'll go green source, Talisman, Talisman, Sprawl. Draw. Myco Spawn's solid. Think of Ugin, Talisman, Talisman, pass. Unfortunately, we'll let this Psychic Frog hit us. Do need to allow that. Would like a land so we could kick this Myco Spawn. Yep, no blocks. Get the draw card. Plays a Swamp. EE for 2. Interesting. Draw. Talisman. Alright, well, that's a bit annoying. Well, do I even want to play this Talisman then if they're going to EE for 2? Probably not. In retrospect, probably not. Okay, well, let's go Sowing Myco Spawn. Thinking we go either Temple or Forest. If we go Forest, then we can Utopia Sprawl at the very least. Actually, we could go Commercial District. That's a thought as well. Go Commercial District. Let's take a look at top. Misty Rainforest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. I mean, we're getting close to Ugin. Yeah, we can put it on top. Utopia Sprawl for green. And we'll pass. Cling to Dust. And pass. EE is an interesting way to deal with my board state. Thoughtseize takes the Talisman. Would have liked that, but not the end of the world. Polluted Delta fetch. One, two, three, four, 5. I'll block. You want to pitch, what, 3? which is an Archon. Which is an island. I guess only 2, that's right. Do you EE now is the question. Surprised he wouldn't wait until the end of my turn. Misty Rainforest. And pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the thing I don't like about Ugin. If Ugin was another 7-mana value spell, it would be okay. Return to hand. Fetch with a Misty. The one downside of playing this Utopia Sprawl, I guess I maybe should have thought about that. Go Forest. And pass, because now I only have 4 mana. Thoughtseize. Nope, Troll. Tis a Troll. Draw. Pass. And pass. Do you have the Persist? To 14. 5. What in the what? Yep, reveal will do it. Draw. Might go spawn. You have consign. You do not. I mean, I think we just play Temple then. 1, 2. So I'm one off of playing this Ugin. That's if they don't persist here. Yeah. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, I think that there will likely just be the game. Damn Sphere. Lethal's on board. 5, 8. Yeah, you got it. Because I can play the Myco Spawn, but then what? Doesn't do jack. Unfortunate. Yeah, this one's an interesting match. I'm not sure if the deck has a lot of staying power, but it is interesting to me. I'm trying to think, even if that Ugin wasn't Emrakul, which is what we replaced, would that have made a difference? No, we still wouldn't have had enough in the yard to cast the Emrakul. Interesting. Well, sometimes win some, sometimes lose some. Will be interesting to see how far along this deck goes. But that said, we'll be back for match 2. Alright, and we're back for match 2 on the draw for game 1. I mean, we have K return available, but then like nothing else. I'll keep it since we have multiple draws. Leyline Axe. Okay, so this is hammer time. So a 7-mana value spell would be nice. Talisman of Curiosity, Commercial District Trigger. Sire 7 Deaths on top and pass. Fetch. Meticulous Archive. And there's Colossus Hammer. So if we need, we will be able to Ugin Lab into K return. There's Sentinel. There's Hammer. So my main concern for next turn, of course, is a Pure Steel. I'll pass. Ornithopter. I'll take it. Yeah, I think we just let it go. Temple to temple. We'll grab the temple. That way we can pay for the K return. Saga trigger. Okay. There it is. I've been waiting for it, so my patience pays off. Pass. Let's see what you got. And draw. Perfect timing. So we can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Talisman. And kick. Surge. I mean, I could still go Ghost Quarter, I suppose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, kind of tempted to go Ghost Quarter. I would rather they not make things. No, thank you for the constructs. Draw. Ghost Quarter Saga, pass. Cyst. And draw. Return Sire to hand. 1, 5, 7. Yes. And pass. Probably should have attacked first, mind you. Esper Sentinel becomes a 5/5. Let's see. I mean, I can definitely pay the 5, so it'd be 3, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe not. Let's attack first. And then fetch. I guess actually what I should have done is probably Ugin Labbed. And then in response to the trigger. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I would need 10 though. Oh no, 8 should be right. So let's scry, exile. Yeah, because we do this 1, 2, 3, and then pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, drawing for you. Talisman, bottom, draw, pass, pass. Another Esper Sentinel, equipped another Nettle Cyst. Yep. Draw. Attack. Play Misty Rain and pass and hold. Boots. Equip. 7/7 double strike trample. Well, I mean, you can't attack at this point. That's fine. And draw. Play Windswept Heath. And pass. And hold. Inkmoth. Yep, that's fine. 8/7, ward 1. On end step, I'll fetch. Stomping Grounds tapped. Forgot about the Misty as well. Pay 8. Would rather not pay 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, no thank you. So I'm going to hold off on this Talisman. Gardazaid. End step. Fetch. Breeding Pool. Tapped. Draw. Well, at the very least, I can do this. I'll kick the Inkmoth Nexus. And we'll go with... I mean, I guess I could Verdant Catacombs to thin 2. Not a horrible idea. Verdant Cat, because we can play everything in our deck right now. Play Ugin Lab. And pass. Arid Mesa, put a pause on end step. Fetch with Verdant Cat. Forest. And draw. Okay, command. So this would be what? 1, 2, 3, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So let's just go scry, draw, exile. So yes, 1, 2, 3. Actually, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yes, done. So I can pay 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. Ward 1. Yes. Goodbye. Alright, so this is hammer time. Win for game 1. Okay, Return, Dismember are solid in this matchup. Consign the Memory is kind of meh. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not great either. We definitely want 2 Dismember. The question is what we cut. Ghost Quarters is kind of okay, but Jukabog is not needed. So we could just leave it at that. Yeah. Let's do that. So Someone's gonna be bringing consigns. We cannot keep this hand. No, thank you. We can keep this one though. I can pitch the commercial district. Done. And pass. Draw. Forest. Sprawl. Red. And pass. And pass. Winds of Teeth fetch for plains. Stoneforge Mystic. And finds a Leyline Axe. That's interesting to me. Second Myco Spawn. Tend to just go Myco Spawn to Myco Spawn then, rather than Rumble. Just so we can have a body on board. This gives Double Strike and Trample. And Trample. That is relevant. Why the Leyline Axe? Makes me feel like they have us a Garderzade, but they'd have to tap the Mystic. It's not entirely certain about that. We could alternately just try and threaten with a K return off Rumble. Let's start there. Let's grab a Sire 7 Deaths. Okay. And pass. And hold just in case it's relevant. Attack. No attacks, just gonna hold. Fetch with the Arid Mesa. Pure Steel, okay. Holding up a consign then. That's what it looks like. Burning Catacombs. Fetch. I'm thinking of going for a breeding pool potentially. Yeah, let's go breeding pool shock. And kick the Myco Spawn. Take out the blue source, or at least attempt to. Sure they have a consign in hand. There is the consign. The question is what you target. Let's go Eldrazi Temple. That way we can play Sire 7 Deaths next turn. And pass. I can play the Leyline Axe now. Hollow Fountain Shock. Stoneforge puts Leyline Axe into play. Draw a card off the Pure Steel. Colossus Hammer draws a card. Okay, well that's a problem now, isn't it? Boots. Oh, Jesus. Okay. So, I think I'm dead, right? A 14/14 double striker. 11 plus 14. I think I'm dead. Yep. Alright. Yeah, definitely needed that Mycospawn kick. Well, cut the gemstone, bring in the ghost quarter, and let's run it back. Maybe I could be convinced to bring in the 4th return. I'm not sure what I'd cut here. Like, Worldbreaker's not bad. Devour's solid. Sire's solid. Ugin's okay. Yeah. Hard to say what I would cut here if I were to cut anything for that 4th return in this matchup. Yeah, had I been able to kick, they wouldn't be able to get everything, so he wouldn't be dead. We'd just be, I guess we'd still probably be dead if they didn't need like the Lava Spur Boots, for example. Yeah. I can make this work. I has ideas. I'd love to see a lab on top, temple. We'll keep it. A bit slower than I'd like, but it will work. And pass. Worst turn 1 play here would be an Esper Sentinel. Thopter's fine. Windswept Heath fetch. Hollowed Fountain Shock. Opal. Hammer. Opal's online. Temp. Talisman. And pass. A little bit worried about a Pure Steel Paladin this turn. Stoneforge Mystic is fine. Finds what? Leyline Axe. Holding up a blue source. So, I'm trying to think here. I can hold up the K return. E-temp. For green. And pass. Take this archive trigger. Go to combat. End step. Let's threaten the K return now. See if they have that consign that I'm thinking they do. Put it onto field. And clear. Okay. Cavernous Souls, name Eldrazi. 1, 5, 7. Trigger K return, no, and pass. And pass. Inkmoth Nexus, interesting. Draw. Ugin. Go to combat. Attack. So we have access to 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll cast a Null Drift. Draw 2. Another Sire, 7 deaths. No. Resolve. Play temp. And pass. Yeah, the Ink Moth does scare me a bit, I will admit. Ink Moth. I mean, I'm double blocking this. Block and block. Oh, yeah, it wasn't enough. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really have any recourse there, did I? What could I have done differently to avoid that? Even if I had drawn 2 cards off a Null Drift, I wouldn't have done anything of note. Ugin wouldn't have been able to do anything. The only thing that would have been if we were able to play the second Sire, but we drew into it, right? Yeah. Because we had the second Sire, then we would have been fine. Unfortunate though. Yeah, the Battlefield improvisation is just a really solid card for Hammer. Trying to think if there's anything else we could have done differently. I mean, we swept board when we needed to sweep board. I mean, I guess I could have held the K return and been a little bit more conservative with it as it was removal. That's the only thing I think I could have done differently, is that if I would have held the K return, then we would have been able to just sit back. At the same time, I mean, I played around trying to bait out a consign. Yeah, hard to say. Either ways, sometimes win some, sometimes lose some. We lost that one, and we'll be back for match 3. Alright, and we're back for match 3 on the draw for game 1. Another bit of a slow one, isn't it? But you might be able to make it work. I'll keep and pass. Arid Mesa. Not fetching that makes me think you might be against Storm here. Draw. World Breaker. I will play... Think about going Misty Rainforest Temple. Yeah, Misty Rainforest, pass. Fetch, Arid Mesa, Elegant Parlor. Yeah, I'm feeling more and more like Storm right now. Put a pause on end step. Stomping Ground, Shock. Tizarel. Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem right there. Commercial District, trigger. Talisman is not gonna cut it. Draw. Forest, Temple, Talisman, pass. Alright, let's see if we just lose on the spot. Ruby Storm. They're going for it with the ritual. Let's see if their impulse straws hit. Another ritual. Glimpse. Artist Talent. I imagine they'll play that first. And then Ritual. Or Ritual first? Interesting. Why do that? Felt like they would want to cycle first, right? Another Ritual. Lost the flip. Last card in hand is Wish for Past in Flames. They win the flip. I'm not sure they can actually flip around though, because they don't have a mana reducer otherwise. Huh. Okay. So yeah, they grab Past in Flames, I imagine. Well, there's Grape Shot, so if they have the Past in Flames, they should just win. Oh, what did they wish for? Hold up. Am I dumb? Did they wish for nothing? There's Grape Shot. Yeah, the Past in Flames there. So now they just Past in Flames, Grape Shot, and win. Yep. Okay. Not much to be done there, unfortunately. So that's a loss for game one. Yeah, I mean, short of having a Kozilek's command X2 on 2, there really was nothing we could do about that. Even if we were able to get to Karn, nothing would have been able to be done, unfortunately. Alright, let's move the sideboard. Bring in Soulless Jailer, Dismember, EE, and Chalice. I think I do remove Karn in full. And then drop the Gemstone, the Ghost Quarter, and then 2 7-mana value spells. Sire's really doing nothing in this matchup, so we cut 2 Sire. And then, well, I guess no, hold on. I don't need to do that, because we're not using the return, hold up. Right. I guess we can bring a Karn back in. Yeah, that looks fine. I guess we also could bring in Stone Brain. Kind of met on just a Stone Brain though. Yeah, let's try it back like this. Oh no. I'm not sure how I feel about Ugin. I really don't think I like it in Eldrazi ramp. I like it a lot more in Tron. Just the more I think about it, we'll keep. This is 50-50 shot with the Dismember, right? Go for a Sprawl red. They go down to 6. Draw. Forest. Sprawl. Red. Pass. And pass. Tapped. And draw. Malevolent Rumble. I would really like that Jailer. At the same time... Jailer would be good. I'd like that my land drop, though. Let's go for a land drop. Temple, pass. Hold up this member. And draw. Of course. And draw. So we have 1, 2, axes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5. Let's take a look at sideboard real quick. Alright, let's start with a rumble. The Devour doesn't cut it. I will grab a Talisman, I suppose. Wooded Foothill, fetch. Forest. Rumble. Yeesh, man. Just finding nothing of value right now. Temple. Yeah, I guess maybe just taking the Soulless Jailer would have been right. That sucks. Talisman. Actually, do I want to go Talisman? No, I think we just hold. There's a Ritual. Nope, gonna be an Impulse Draw first. Ritual Metamorphose. Metamorphose. Yeah, this is where I wonder if like just normal Team Roll Eldrazi Ramp's better between like having access to Nature's Claim, Jailer, Dismember. And then of course the Stone Brains. I mean, Karn in this case would have been a Chrysalis. It would have been a pretty dead card. I guess at least we would have had a board presence, for what it's worth. Land. There's Ral. No better time than the present to attempt to dismember. And pass. Alright, let's see. Do you want to lose? 50-50. They lost. Thank God for that noise. But they still could play another. They have another Ritual. You gotta be joking me. They have 2. And they flip it. Bull. Yeah, not much we can do about that. Activate Realm. Need them to hit nothing but lands. Yeah, between the Wish, Reckless Impulse, and Past in Flames, I'm pretty certain this game's over. Ral. Now they get to flip another Ral. Lost the flip. And they have another Past in Flames. Yep. Flips the Ral. And yeah, that should more or less just be the game. Activate Ral first. Yeah, funny enough that a Braid would have killed the Jailer regardless. Oof. I think the only thing we could have played around the Braid was a Chalice on 2. Grape Shot, and that is lethal damage. You got it. Oof. And deck is not running hot today. Reanimator was a bit unexpected. Hammer Time, not sure what else we could have done there. Ruby Storm, just doing Ruby Storm things. We brought in our hate, but clearly it was not enough. With that said, we'll be back for match 4. Alright, and we're back for match 4 on the draw for game 1. Let's take a look. I will keep it. We draw into an untapped land, that would be solid. Gemstone Cavern. Pitch a Rumbler, pitch a Breaker. I think we pitch Breaker here. And pass. Sunken Citadel. Well, that's something you don't see every day for white. What in the fresh what? Commercial District trigger. Malevolent Rumble. I'm going to say it's not bad, it's not great. I'll put it on top. And we'll go for green. And pass. And we can definitely dig deep with the Rumbles. But what the hell am I playing against? Sunken Citadel. I think the last time I saw that being played was... What the fresh what? Okay. Well, that sure is a thing. Is this going to be just land destruction deck? My day is going to be something else. I can already feel it. Trigger. Not trigger, but cast resolve. I'll grab... Seeing that forest kind of sucks. I'll grab a temple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Might as well rumble now. Karn the Great Creator might actually be a decent choice here. We're guaranteed to be able to play it next turn. Yeah, we'll go KGC. And pass. And pass. Otherwise, we can play Temple into Sire. Oh boy. Forest. That's our last forest. Everything after this is going to be a friggin' sinkhole. Draw. Might go spawn. Thank God. 2-4. Yes. So this way we can ramp. Let's get rid of the Sunken Citadel in case they draw into a whatchamacallit field. And then grab a Eldrazi Temp or an Ugin's Lab. Let's go Eldrazi Temp. And pass. And pass. Like I said, from now on, it's nothing but sinkholes. I'll choose not to search. Draw. Talisman of Impulse. And if we just play KGC, that might be a good option. Otherwise, we can Null Drift. Let's Null Drift. I need lands right now, I think. Because we basically just need to continuously make our land drops and ramp where possible. But Jukabog, target you. Talisman, go to combat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Planes. What else you got, opponent? Draw. Cavernous Souls, name Eldrazi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think once Sire hits board, they can't really do much. Because even if Hakthos, I think we just win off the life gain alone. So this is just land destruction. Some weird decks today. All decks that like not great against. Draw. Combat. 3, 7, so we can play the Ugin. You got something? Path to Exile, pay the 7. That is pretty free. Down to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Done. Man, unless you can deal with the Ugin, we're gonna eventually ult and win. What in the fresh hell am I doing here? Just land destruction dot deck. So I don't really want to trim any lands. Dismember. Is there anything else? I'm trying to remember all the different cards that get used here. I guess we could try and go like Chalice. Excuse me. Chalice on like what, 2? No. There isn't like an exact number. I'm pretty sure Hakthos is their only threat. Yeah, I don't know. This is interesting. I'm not really sure if I have anything that really works here. So maybe just bring in the Dismember and 1k return. Either that or just bring in a Jailer just because. Maybe the Stonebrain. You know what? Fine. We'll bring in the Stonebrain. That way if we can name, what was it, Hakthos? And if that's the only threat, then I just win on the spot. Yeah, that sounds right. On the draw for game 2. Would like a green source, but beside that, this looks solid. I will keep. I will pass. Demolition Field, yes. Let's start with a lab imprinting drifter. And pass. And hold. And pass. And draw. Honestly, kind of hoping that you were going to destroy a land, to be honest. In that case, Ugin Lab, Imprint, and hold, and hold. Guess we can Ghost Quarter, Field of Ruin. Really? You're just gonna stand off now? Jesus. Bog. I mean, I guess I could Ghost Quarter and force them to start, right? But I'm not sure if that's really beneficial. Like Ghost Quarter and pass. All right. Are they going to activate Field of Ruin now? Or what? I mean, I think they just call my bluff and do nothing. If I attempt to Ghost Quarter or Field, then they just do nothing. Yeah, I think we just hold. That works out. So in that case... I mean, this means we lose both Drifter and Sire, though? Like, seriously? Oh, boy. I mean, I think it needs to be done. Just sitting here is not going to get us anywhere. Not my preferred, but it'll do. Why do this now? Okay. Gotta wait till end step, right? Forest. Also realizing now they must play Boom Bust. Reprieve. Oh my word. That was unexpected. For red. And pass. And pass. Field of Ruin, target lab. Yes. Actually, this one is not a mate, is a must. Forest. Cleansing Wildfire, yes. In fact, that can have non-basic lands. 2, 4, 5. Draw. Okay. So in that case... Okay, well first, let's do this. Utopia Sprawl. I guess I would need to go for green here, wouldn't I? Because they're going to try and rumble and Mycospawn. Green. Rumble. Oofda. So in that case, we can just swing Mycospawn in another soul land. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, we'll go Emrakul. Cast. Kick. Grab a soul land. And Bajuka Bog target you. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. White for a path. I'll just do it the shuffle. Alright. Let's see what you got, opponent. Murex. Guess that is a win condition because you can start making toxic mites. So might need to ghost quarter that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can still play the Sire. And draw. They might have a reprieve though. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. No. Our turn, comrade. Do you have another reprieve? You do not. I think that wins us the game. Because Path Exile won't cut it. Pro Instant is good. Lightning Helix Nahiri, Wrath of God. The fresh what? Krenko's Buzz Crusher? Destroy up to one target that player controls. For each land destroy this way, its controller may search a life for a basic land card. Wrath Exile Nahiri. Christ. So I guess we'll draw. Finds a Cleansing Wildfire. So we can Buzz Crush and Wildfire. Let's confirm Wildfire. Destroy target land. Yes. Go to main. So I want to go red. Colorless. White. Buzz Crusher, target opponent, destroy their bridge, I think I can do. You read Buzz Crusher? When this creature enters, for each player, destroy up to one target non-basic land that player controls. For each player. Oh. Up to one non-basic land. Okay. So we can go Buzz Crush. I need double red, duh. So Buzz Crush. So for each player, destroy up to one non-basic land. So we can destroy the Murex. And done. I'll search, but I'm not going to put one into play. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about double white. Cleansing Wildfire, Nahiri, White Orchid, Godzilla. Oh, this is not what I was expecting. Holy hell. Okay. Then Cleansing Wildfire. And I guess I could path it. But no, I think we just Cleansing Wildfire, target plains. And then no. And then there's not much else to do. They'll Wrath next turn, but that's about it. Alright. And pass. There's Wrath of God. Draw. Let's go Sire. And pass. Okay, they're gonna ramp their own. I see. Grabs the planes. Why do that? I guess you have access to both Path, Exile. Yeah. Draw. World Break. Oh, okay, so we're already in the middle. Sire wasn't going to be able to connect. We'll get rid of the bridge. Do you have a reprieve? Path. Okay. No. Do you have double path? That would suck. You do not. That sticks. Murex. Could always Ghost Quarter if needed. Gets rid of my forest. Yes. And let me just confirm. Basic land card. Yeah. Nope. Good news is we'll be able to cast the Siren hand. Wooded Foothill. Sire 7 deaths, go to combat. Cycle the Wandering Monster. Yes. I was going to put them down to 8. Unfortunately, we're 1 away from Sire's 7 deaths basically being untouchable. Day of Judgment. Yes. Put a pause on end step. Fetch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Commercial District trigger. Kozilek's Command on top. And draw. Is there a situation where I want to cast the command now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We would be able to play a Myco, but we wouldn't be able to stack, is the problem. Yeah, I think I simply hold then. Not to mention they have 2 up for a potential reprieve. White Orchid Phantom, ETB trigger, targets. That is kind of a problem. Not like the worst one in the world, but float. Choose not to. X equals 6. So let's see here. Can probably dump the talisman. Top the Kozilek's command. Bottom the Karn. Bottom the Rumble. Top World Breaker. Top Stomping Grounds and draw. Nahiri. Yes. What? Oh, I was really confused. I was like, what just happened? So Shuffle Titan. I see. World Breaker. So we could bring World Breaker back, but I think I'll hold off for right now. Draw. Shock. 1, 2, 3, 7. Target Plains or Murex. Let's go with Murex. Guess we could also go after the mountains. That's another thought. Let's go Plains, actually. We can always bring World Breaker back. Okay. So yeah, we definitely need to deal with Nahiri, don't we? Like, I don't want to bring back the World Breaker, but it might be necessary. We'll hold. I mean, if I were to just exile target enchantment, tapped artifact, or tapped creature. Because we could just exile the White Orchid Phantom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so we could just X2 here. Let's cancel that. So yes, let's X2. And done. Murex can create a token. Bottom, top, and draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. Go to combat. Attack Nahiri. Let's see if they make a token with Murex. Can it block, actually? This creature can't block. Path Exile. Of course. Of course, of course, of course. No. Fun. So now that we get Emrakul, Annihilator 6, we can sacrifice the spawn, so it's not the end of the world, but it is pretty freaking annoying. I will, at that point, pass, yeah. Yep, Toxic 1. Yeah, it's possible we just needed to dig deep with the command. They're not dead to Emrakul. We're just at 2. Haste. And Annihilator 6. So yeah, we'll just sacrifice the spawns. And you Lightning Helix 1. Well, that's just rude. Sack. Another Lightning Helix. Sack. And I could shrink it for 2. Can I not target you? Can't be countered. Protection from spells that are 1 or more colors. Whoop. So that's not worth it. Annihilator 6, trigger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. And mana will be lost. Trying to figure out if I can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, not really. Yep, that's fine. We'll take 16 down to 1. Yeah. So yeah, I think the only thing I can think of is maybe I should have dug deeper with the command. Sprawl doesn't cut it. And we'll concede. Alright, loss for game 2. On to game 3. Yeah, KGC would not have cut it either. Huh. Okay. I was not expecting that. It is a put into play ability, so not much we can do about that. Not sure Stone Brain is relevant. Huh. Very interesting. Maybe a return for the tokens, the Murex tokens? And we'll just go for a turn. Call it a day. Yeah, definitely a bit of a departure from what I'm used to in this deck, but it is interesting at the very least. Alrighty. Oh, I thought that we were going into the next game, but I guess not. I mean, opponent, don't think they change much of their plan that they're playing. On the play for game 3, I will keep Imprint Sire. And pass. And hold. It's not until turn 2 where things really kick off. And draw. Ugin. Gemstone Cavern and pass. I mean, next turn we can set up for a Karn unless they get rid of the lab. And hold. Murex. White Orchid Phantom. Trigger target. Return to hand. Resolve. Yes. For a forest. And pass. And draw. Stomping Grounds. Do I even need to shock? No, not really. No. Sprawl. For red. And pass. Hold up Dismember. Yep. Yes. For a forest. To combat. We'll just get this out of the way and dismember you. And pass. This way we can resolve KGC. Rumble's tempting though. Let's go Rumble. Grab a commercial district. Play commercial district. Trigger. Null Drifter. I'm going to say to grave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm going to say to grave. And pass. And pass. Field of Ruin. It's a must, not a may. White Orchid Phantom. No. We're officially out. We now have access to 4. theoretically a 6. Cast KGC. Minus KGC. Yes. For... We'll go liquid metal coating. Yeah. And pass. And pass. Another Field of Ruin. Yikes. Temple down. Fail to find. Hit KGC for 2. And what else? Cleansing Wildfire, no. Another KGC. I could play the Temple. KGC plus on bridge. Plays the Temple. Plays KGC while I can. KGC, KGC plus, done, and pass. I mean, the problem is now we're just playing land destruction against land destruction. Ugh. I have no blockers. This is miserable. And I think they're just going to win. Even if we were to, like, get to a point of stability, I think they just win on time alone. What's this? Nahiri. Jeez. I have to deal with Nahiri as well. Draw. Sowing Myco Spawn. Cast Sowing Myco Spawn. For an Ugin Lab. Ugin Lab, Imprint. Gonna say Sire's 7 deaths. Liquid metal coating. So I could do something fun here. Liquid metal coating, target. Actually, I'm worried about a Path to Exile. Target planes. I probably should have done this. Well, I guess I couldn't have done it beforehand. Path. Search. Fail to find. Yeah, just confirming. Yeah, so I'm glad I didn't do that. Pass. Yeah, because we could have targeted Karn. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm not going to have enough mana for this Ugin anytime soon. Maybe I should have talked to Ugin, but not like it's going to matter. We fail to find. White Orchid Phantom hits KGC. Nahiri minus his liquid metal. Draw. pay command x equals 2. Done. Plus, done, minus, or not minus, but just pass. And pass. The problem is now, even if I were to get, let's say, bridge on board, I'm not sure it's going to matter. Citadel. Not 5 mana. Day of Judgment, yeah. Play Ugin Lab. Imprint Ugin minus KGC. Yes. We could Stonebrain name Emmerich. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do in Enoic game. We could Stonebrain. Otherwise, we could Bridge. Bridge. Pass. Yeah. Yeah, I think we just lose the time is the problem. Like right now we have them locked out, but we're both basically symmetrically locked. I don't think they have a way to deal with bridge, but I currently don't have a way to adequately deal with what's going on either. I think wildfire resolves, fail to find. And draw, temple, plus KGC, done, and pass. Yep, create a 1/1, that's fine. Still can't attack for now. I mean, I'm gonna run out of lands at some point, and thus the ability to play anything. Plus Nahiri, because minusing doesn't really do much. Buzz Crush. Oh, I don't think I can respond, can I? Whoops, I should have returned Ugin. No. Yeah, I forgot about that piece. That I can't respond. I need to, in response to the trigger, return Ugin. I'm not sure it's going to matter, but that's a whoops. No. Plus. Pass. And pass. I'm like, this is where Crucible Worlds would be fantastic. Call back to when I played that for a short stint for no reason. It's breeding pool. No. Maybe I should have held the breeding pool. Wildfire, no. Because yeah, at some point they're just going to start getting rid of so many lands that I can't play anything. And eventually bridge is going to wear out. Draw. Case in point with Null Drift. Yeah, we're just going to concede at this point. A, I don't have enough time. B, yeah, not looking good. Yikes. That's all I can say to that is yikes. Well, with that said, we'll be back with match 5. Alright, and we're back for match 5 on the draw for game 1. It'd be great if we draw, like, even if we draw into a green source, what then, right? We're just top decking. This isn't much better. Mulligan one more time. Keep this one. Drop the Myco spawn. Would love to see a lab. So we drop the Chrysalis or drop the Myco? Let's drop the Chrysalis. And done. So that way if we find a Templar lab, we can then command X2 into Myco spawn on 3. Preordain. Look like Murktide. So that before is Reanimator. Draw. Commercial District. Trigger. Temple. Top. Pass. And pass. Pulling up a counterspell question mark. Draw. Temple. Pass. Question becomes whether or not we Myco spawn next turn or command. Hold up the ability to respond. And passing. Interesting. I mean, we'd be guaranteed to cast a World Break if we play the Myco spawn and grab a Soul Land. Hold the command, I think. That's a Bowmaster. Bowmaster target me. Yes. Didn't exactly want to force check there. Thoughtseize in response. Ramp Exile. And done. And pass. I mean, if you take the World Break, that tells me I might have removal. Okay. Interesting choice there, actually. And draw. Temp. Cast. Myco spawn. Kicked. So I have a Fatal Push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go Cavernous Souls. Name Eldrazi. Push targeting Myco spawn, I'd imagine. Yes. I'll pass. So yes, next turn we can cast World Break. Take the 1. End step. 1, 2, 3. Sack. Sanctum of Ugin. 1, 5, 7. Trigger. Exile Sewers. Let's see. We'll go down to 6, 7. Yes. So 4, 10, 11. Summercool's off the table, but we could go Sire's 7 Deaths. Alternatively, we could go Null Drifter, draw 2. Null Drifter seems appealing here. Yeah, let's go Null Drift to dig a bit deeper. And pass. Fetch. Yeah, Counterspell ain't doing much now with this Cavernous Souls on board. Preordain, looking for a land, I'd imagine. No land. I think at that point it's pretty much GG's. Draw. Breeding Pool, Shock. Cast Null Drifter. And boat scoops it up. Alright. So Murktide, win for game 1. Bring in Dismember K return. And let's see, we can cut the Ghost Quarter, cut KGC, and leave it like that. Yeah. Run it back. Also, that's another thing about Ugin I don't like, with Murktide becoming more and more popular. Again. I'll keep this and pass. Looted Delta fetch. Are you going for Thoughtseize on 1? I'd imagine. I mean, your best, no, Preordain. Okay. That is fine. Top, bottom, draw. And draw. Malevolent Rumble. I'm gonna go Temple in case we draw into another Temple and pass. Otherwise, we'll play Breeding Pool Shocked into Talisman. That way, have red for K return. Fetch with Looted Delta. Watergrave Shock for a Froge. Tis a Froge. Well, I'd like to see a Temple done. No Temple. I'm tempted to Rumble instead. Let's Rumble. K return is nice. Ugin Lab is a bit rough. Instead, I'll grab the Cavernous Souls. And pass. And I imagine we'll just snap block here. Unless they float. Delta fetch. Imagine they might have a Harbinger. Yep, that Swamp would give me that guess. In that case, do I want to? They float, so I can't block anyways. If they had the force, they would have played it last turn. Draw. So in that case, Breeding Pool, cast Talisman of Impulse. Utopia Sprawl. Tempted to K return now. Let's K return now. And pass. Whoa, they didn't even pitch cards for the frog? That's astonishing. That's concerning, actually, more than anything. Another Frog. A land. Preordain. So no counterspell. I mean, that leaves us with this command. That's interesting. Cavern of Souls. Name Eldrazi. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 2 K returns in yard, so they do not have enough cards in hand to pitch. We'll go after the basic swamp since they've shown us the Harbinger. Make their life a bit more difficult if they want to replay one. And pass. And I think we're just in a solid position now. Thoughtseize takes the K command. Takes the Karn, really. I mean, that tells me you probably have a counterspell in hand, question mark. And draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go to combat. We can use this command as a permission spell. Talisman. And pass. And hold. I mean, if you don't have a blocker, you just lose. If you have a Bowmaster, you can play it now, but opponent's just going to scoop. We'll take the win. And probably the worst record we've had in a while, but that is 1-4 at the end of 5. I mean, we definitely played against some really fringe decks today that I think Eldrazi is just ill prepared for, between Hammer, Reanimator, Land Destruction. The 2 only real meta decks to speak of course, were Murktide and Ruby Storm. I was just trying to remember, where is Hammer Time in the meta right now? I want to say it's like less than 1%. It's not even on the front page. Hammer Time. Hammer Time. Hammer Time. Is not even on like the extended front page? No, it's not. On to page 2 we go. I see Infect before Hammer. Is Hammer not even on the list? It doesn't look like it. That's wild. Esper Reanimator at 0.01. I'm gonna imagine like some version of it with Demir Reanimator. This one uses Overlord of Baelmer, Ketchamos, and Frog instead of what we saw, which was just, you know, Persist. So yeah, I mean, Hammer's not even on the list, so all this was very off meta. Yeah, I'm not seeing the other Reanimator list, which makes sense to me. How Neobrand has more meta percent share than most of the text that we saw today. I mean, that's one thing to always remember about Magic, whether it be like FNM or whether it be leagues like this. I mean, you're just going to run into some random stuff that you'll just never see in a million years at like an REL level tournament. So an RCQ or RC, let alone PTs. So definitely a bit interesting to find them. We were clearly ill prepared for them. But otherwise, loss against Ruby Storm. I mean, I don't think there's much I could have done there. Ruby Storm just had what they needed at the moment. And then Murktide, I mean, it was a solid win. I am not worried about the Murktide matchup. It continues to feel very, very strong. But that said, that there will end today's video. As always, if you guys did enjoy it, win or lose, please do hit that like button. It is much appreciated. If you did see any lines that I missed, any mistakes that I made, or just some general feedback, it would be much appreciated if you leave it down in the comments. That way I can learn from you, as I hope that you all learn from me. Last but not least, if you haven't already and have reached this point in the video, please do consider hitting the subscribe button. We're getting closer and closer to our next goal of 1,000 subscribers, especially as right now that is going to allow us to start monetizing our videos. Currently, I'm not getting any ad revenue from these videos. The only way you can support me monetarily is through my Patreon, where you can get early access to these videos, as well as early access to my updated deck guides. But with that being said, folks, that there will be the end of today's video, and I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye!